Hi everybody, thanks for joining us for another Facebook Live event. This morning we're out here at the Valley of Eden Bird Sanctuary located just southwest of Stockton, Illinois, off East Rice Road. Valley of Eden Bird Sanctuary is open dawn to dusk and it's open to the public for free. Anybody can just come on out here and check out these ski trails and the bird habitat out here. This is a great place to come right now. So out here today we are going to show you how the ski trails kind of came to be, and a little bit about trail etiquette, and then we will wrap up with showing you the equipment that we use to groom the ski trails out here. So here with us today to tell us about kind of how these ski trails kind of came to be and the story about how it all happened is Tom Sacramano. So Tom, do you want to tell us a little bit about how this happened?
Sure. Back in 2018, my wife Julie and I were out here walking the trail in the summer. And I don't know, I just had a thought about how nice it would be to cross-country ski out here. So Julie said to get a hold of Steve Bard and see what he thinks. So I did call Steve. He thought it was a great idea and he gave me permission to pursue it. So the first thing I did was go to Deb Malone, who is the former owner of Fever River Outfitters in Galena, and she was providing the snowshoes and snow skiing at the Eagle Ridge South course. And she explained to me the two types of groomers and obviously the snowmobile that's needed to pull the groomers, which you'll see. So the two types of groomers, this one here is for the traditional trails, and this one here is for the speed skaters, which we'll get into. So after talking to Deb, and she had the same ones, I researched groomers, and they're quite expensive. She also suggested that I go talk to somebody that knows snowmobiles. So at the time, Chris Jackson Landscaping was doing work at my house, or our house, and Aaron Burkett, who worked for Chris Jackson at the time, is a snowmobiler and does work on them. And he's out of Scales Mound. So Aaron explained to me the difference in the snowmobiles, which Ben can get into a little bit here as well. And mentioned that he does have one that his cousin owns that's sitting on a farm and off on Pea Ridge Road, and said, if you want to buy it, I'll ask my cousin. So we purchased it. Aaron fixed it up. I took Chris Jackson to the Eagle Ridge South course, showed him the two groomers, and asked if I could pay him to make those. Chris took a bunch of measurements and said yes. He can make them.
Cool.
Yeah. Typical Chris. He can do anything.
Good. Wow.
So by the time Chris got them done, it was going into the winter of 18 and 19. And I asked Chris how much I owe him. He mentioned to me, he said, are you donating the snowmobile? I said, yes, exactly. Best Solutions is donating the snowmobile and the repairs. And he said, well, if you're donating them, I'm going to donate the groomers, which was great. I mean, that was so nice of him. So the first time it snowed, my partner Bill and I hauled him out here. Bill was on the snowmobile doing the end towards the, I guess it was, what direction would that be? The west side of the silo over there on that fence line. It was a real windy snow, and the snowmobile got stuck in the windrush. Steve Eden came by, the farmer, with his tractor, and he pulled us out, which is really nice of him. So we had one small circle, one small loop the first year, and then about a month or so after that, it snowed again, and I thought I would try right there behind us. I thought I would try to do that one and bring it around to increase the amount of trails. And that was a bad move. I got it stuck on the side of a hill. So once again, Steve Eaton came with his tractor, pulled us out. We had to take it back to Aaron to get fixed. Something broke on it during that. And that was it for year one. Then Ben came along, our hero, and I talked to Ben about it, and he suggested that him and I come out in 2019 in the summer and look at a safer route away from the fence and the drifting and no sides of the hills.
Gotcha.
So Ben cut a line across the top. We waited till the birds were, I think you cut it, what, in November? Kind of late in the year, so it would be safe for the birds, and which results in the trails that we have today. And with Ben doing the snowmobiling and pulling it, it's gone a lot better than Bill and Tom doing it. So let's talk about these. This groomer here is tradition because it's got the weight and it makes 2 grooves for the snowmobile trail. Or I'm sorry, for the ski.
Classical ski.
Yeah, traditional, I think, is the word they use. That's where you're in 2 grooves and you're just going. This trail is for the people that are serious for timing and working out, where it's more of a skate ski, similar to the ones on TV and all the big ones up north.
Where your skis are at a diagonal.
Yeah, your skis are spread out and you're more like running. It's quite a workout.
Plus it's good for snowshoers too. Then.
Yeah, what else is nice out here is how wide the trail is. Because one of the problems, and when you were talking about etiquette, is the people that use traditional trails, or groomed trails, I should say, do not want people to walk on them, because that ruins the trail. So having this on the left side provides an area for people to snowshoe, which is nice.
Yes, yes.
Really nice. And Chris, he said this was really easy to make, and I looked them up, and I think they were like $3,000 to $4,000 to buy.
Wow.
And he made that, you know, but you know, Chris. So anyhow, what we do is we groom, Ben grooms the right side of the trail with the traditional groomer, and the left side with the one for speed skating, provide 2 types of skiing and snowshoeing. Basically, that's how we did it.
Great.
Just by word of mouth in Galena.
Yeah. Cool. So let's see. I think that we covered the implements and everything, and even trail etiquette. Now, when you guys come out here, you'll see there's some signs that tell you if you're a skier, stay on the right where the tracks are, and if you're a snowshoer or a hiker, you can stay on the left where the snow is packed down. So, yeah, ski trail etiquette is very important because there's a lot of work that is put into grooming these ski trails, and I really like that story about how this all kind of came together, just from a whole community of people who came together.
Yeah. So, I don't know if you want to talk about the snowmobile itself.
Yeah, why don't we do that? Ben, do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Sure, it's an older Arctic Cat. There's nothing really fancy about it, but it definitely does the job for us. It actually was made in 1989, so we are keeping her moving. It's got, what it can do is we've got a hitch on the back of it, which hooks right up to the groomer. You can change out from one groomer to the other. As Tom alluded to, the left-hand side has that large roller. We do encourage walkers to come out here and use that side. Valley of Eden is gorgeous right now. Our trees are frosted. The brome grassland that we're in has really beautiful frosting on. Come out, take pictures. You're gonna really get to experience nature if you come out. And it's a groomed trail, which makes it a lot easier to walk on. So right now you're not post holing by, if you came and tried to walk out here, it's pretty hard to walk. So if you just want to get out of town, get in nature, come out, have some fun. We also have a sledding hill down here too as well. So it's really small, it's right at the parking lot, but come out and play, bring the kids, bring your hot chocolate, whatever, and it's a very small hill, but it is fun for kids.
Ben, how many miles of trails do you think are out here?
The groom trails were just a little bit under 5 miles if you do all the loops. So that would be, we have each one marked with the trail. We've had some volunteers that help us put some trails out here so you can find your way back, which is really nice. But each loop is well marked, and there are maps at our kiosk that you can grab as well. So, which makes it nice for even the first timers out here to figure out where it goes. And I think right now Jess is getting the map out.
Here's a little map here. There's the green loop, the blue loop, and the purple loop. So pretty simple set of trails there.
And I want to emphasize that they're groomed trails. There's a lot of places that Julie and I have traveled to that advertise groomed trails, and all they do is run a snowmobile over it. They're not pulling the groomers. To people that really like to cross-country ski, that is not what we consider a groomed trail. These are groomed trails. Big difference.
Yeah, it was really hard to find good trails around here. Very difficult. I think there might be some in Dubuque. So it's wonderful to have this. And not only are they groomed, but this is by far the most beautiful place around. Our first time out skiing this winter, we scared up some owls, some short-eared owls, and so that was exciting. They flew up from the grass, and we kept looking for them, and it was very exciting. So this is just the best place to come cross-country skiing, or snowshoeing, or just hiking.
Cool. All right, well, let's see if we can get this snowmobile going. Sometimes it works for us. Usually it works for us, but sometimes we have problems. So Ben's gonna show us how this implement works.
Uh-oh.
Shall we, Julie? Okay. Thanks, everyone. Come out to the Valley of Eden, and you will love it.
And off we go.
Woo-hoo. Well, thank you for joining us for another Facebook Live event. We should thank our sponsors, the First Community Bank of Galena, Apple River State Bank. You guys have been great sponsors for us. And remember, we are a nonprofit, and the only reason these places like the Valley of Eden Bird Sanctuary are able to be open right now is because of donors and sponsors like you. So feel free to donate. There's a donation box here at the Valley of Eden, or you can check us out online too at jdcf.org. So thank you guys for joining us, and take care. We'll see you next Thursday.